What's up, everybody? Paul Hickey here with NoOffSeason.com. I'm happy collecting, and I hope you are too. My son Max and I attended the Nashville Card Show in July of 2021, and I am here to walk you through our top takeaways from the Nashville Card Show. But first, I want to let you know that today's video is sponsored by Market Movers app by Sports Card Investor, the best place to track the data related to your collection, whether you're trying to figure out who to buy low and sell high, or if you're just trying to track the value of your entire collection. Market Movers app is the best place to do it. You can track more than 25,000 cards. Go to marketmoversapp.com right now and use the promo code NOOFFSEASON to save 20% on your subscription, or you can click on the link in the description below and sign up. Save 20% at marketmoversapp.com. All right, let's jump into my top takeaways from the Nashville Card Show in July of 2021. Now, as many of you already know, my family and I moved to Valencia, Spain in the summer of 2018. I run a couple of different US-based businesses, and all of our family is here in the United States. So we've traveled back quite a bit, but we're permanent residents of Spain currently, and so I don't have the opportunity to do a lot of things that card collectors in the United States have the opportunity to do. Now, I returned to the hobby in a big way this year in January 2021, and I've been wanting to experience everything from actually having a great #mail day to ripping product to even attending card shows. For some reason, I tend to struggle integrating what I'm super passionate about hobby-wise as an individual with family time, though. For example, I've always loved playing golf, but I have to have a different mindset playing golf with my kids. That's just an example. Another one is fantasy football. I've always been a huge fantasy football freak, but since my son got into fantasy football, it's changed from a competitive activity to more of a fun family activity for me. Now, this is good, of course, but I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The competitive side of me still yearns for it to also be my solo activity and not have to share it from time to time. So at first, I started to feel the same way about collecting sports cards again. I'm about to turn 40. It started to reinvigorate me, and my initial thought was one of excitement about a passion that could be mine and only mine. Sports cards started to provide me a place I could go mentally for a challenge and escape. And when I realized my kids wanted to do it with me, I thought it was awesome, but I knew it would challenge me a bit. Challenge me to be more patient, inclusive, empathetic, and supportive, all of which are hard for me, but necessary and fulfilling. Why am I telling you all of this? Well, the point is that my kids are interested enough in sports cards. It's made me a better, more strategic and thoughtful collector and business person in the hobby, but also a better person and father. So, attending the Nashville Card Show on July 10th in Antioch, Tennessee was something that probably wouldn't have happened unless my son Max and daughter Samantha got into the hobby with me. My son Max and I went and we had a blast. So here are the key things that we learned from our experience. Top 5 takeaways from the July 2021 Nashville Card Show. Number 1, people are helpful and open-minded. My experience at the Nashville Card Show is that every single person was helpful, open-minded, and willing to talk. Out of the probably 100 plus people at the show, my 11-year-old son Max and I felt like we talked to just about everyone, from Nashville sports cards and collectibles show promoter Jeff Roberts to all of the sellers who had tables set up and all of the attendees. Max and I spent about 4 hours showing all of our cards to just about every table, making trades, telling our budget, and negotiating. We brought about 50 cards each from our PC. I knew the cards we brought were not cream of the crop, yet we ended up making several trades, especially Max. He traded up quite a bit and came away with a Ja Morant Panini Mosaic Rookie PSA 9 and a LeBron James 2004 Upper Deck Rookie that would probably grade at about a 7, maybe an 8. I honestly expected everyone to kind of laugh at us and brush us off based on the cards we brought into the show, but each vendor was willing to come down on price and make trades, and everyone was just super friendly. Number 2, card shows are more valuable business lessons than school. All right, I know this will strike up some controversy for sure, but I believe taking your kid to a card show and letting he or she navigate their way through is far more valuable from a life experience standpoint than sitting in a classroom listening to a teacher spew facts. Watching my son go through the show with a ton of interest in wheeling and dealing, I could see his brain processing each move. He was patient, calculated, and thoughtful. He was clearly using more critical thinking skills than any other time I've ever spent with him. As bad as he wanted certain things to happen, he learned not to rush through his decisions. He learned how to ask people questions and picked up quite a bit on the art of sales without even realizing it. If for no other reason than this, I'd recommend giving your kids some chores, paying them a bit extra, and taking them to a card show with their budget locked in. Talk to them about a goal they want to achieve at the show, and set them free to try to accomplish it. Win, lose, or draw, it will be an amazing experience for them. Takeaway number 3, don't forget what I just said for yourself. Negotiate, negotiate, negotiate. I made 2 bad moves at the show from a business standpoint. One was that I didn't really negotiate. Max did, and he felt great after the show as a result. I didn't really negotiate, and I felt like I kind of left something on the table. I watched 90% of the show as an observer as my son made his moves, but the 10% of the show that I was making moves, I was just having fun and not thinking critically. In hindsight, I easily could have walked away from the show with more than I did from a value standpoint, and I regret that a bit, but there are more shows in my future, and now I know. I'm not saying to try to win every deal. Nobody likes to be that guy, and nobody likes that guy. But I'm saying to go back and forth within reason at least a few times with the seller or table you're trying to strike a deal with. Make them think for a while. Even if they turn you down, it'll still be a win because you made them think. Remember, they drove a long way too. They got there early to set up. They took a risk laying all their cards on the table, literally, and they want to leave with money in their pocket. They will come down on price, trust me, which leads me to my next takeaway. If you've never been to a card show, or even if you have been to a card show, this is a big one. Be wary of price stickers. Seriously, this was the second mistake I made. I was looking at some vendors' booths with price stickers on slabs and cases. This psychologically made me completely forget to check on eBay comps. 2 times in a row, in particular, I transacted just trusting the price sticker on the slab and not double checking absolutely killed me. Now, people are honest and they will make deals with you, and this is not a bait and switch technique, mainly because of the volatility of the market. But remember, all price stickers are meaningless. Assume a card is worth nothing compared to the sticker on it. Always double and triple check on your eBay comps. Combining this with number 3, negotiate, 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 will put you in a better spot at card shows. I can't believe I missed this one, but I did. Number 5, SGC could be king. Seriously, by the end of 2021, SGC could be the new king of the sports card slab world. I know it seems unlikely that PSA will be dethroned, but the Nashville Card Show solidified what I'd already been experiencing elsewhere. The price on the secondary market of SGC slabs is doing nothing but increasing. SGC has become the choice of grading submitters, really the only choice, and customers have no problem at all paying similar prices to PSA slabs. These transactions at card shows are not even seen online, and I'm here to report, based on my experience at the Nashville Card Show, that SGC slabs have increased in value. And with PSA and BGS and even CSG backlogged until further notice, SGC is cranking out slabs, and they're tough at grading, which means by the end of 2021, I would not be surprised if even online data starts to show SGC creeping in as the new quote-unquote king, queen of online slabs. So the hobby is alive and well, of course. We saw people invigorated by sports cards. We thought there might be, maybe 20 or 30 people at Lighthouse Christian School in Antioch. Instead, there were at least 150 to 200 all day long, and many kids. I want to give a big shout out to TriStar Cards. These 2 young teenagers were very impressive, not only from an organization standpoint, they had a sizable collection. I thought it was cool that they had a box of 50-cent cards. They had boxes of $5 cards. They had slabs all the way up to $1K, and they were even selling breaks for a future Panini Noir Basketball box. These young men were not only impressive from a card collection standpoint, but they were clearly honorable young businessmen, talking to Max and I for a long time, sharing their story, listening to ours, discounting their cards for us, and even dropping me a free Cassius Winston Panini Draft Picks rookie card Prism because I'm a huge Michigan State fan. It was cool that everyone was interested in a free pack of Panini Megacracks Liga Soccer, and they were willing to learn from Max and I who to collect from that set. The amount of currently untraceable transactions at card shows are a sign that eBay is far from the only place that cards are changing hands, which is amazing for the hobby and the business of the hobby moving forward. The Nashville Card Show is free to attend. It's typically twice a month, and I highly recommend it. For more information on the Nashville Card Show, follow them on Twitter at Nash Card Show. Email me at paul@datadriven.design if you have any questions about our experience at the Nashville Card Show. And don't forget that today's video is sponsored by marketmoversapp.com by Sports Card Investor. It's the best place to track your collection with over 25,000 cards in the database. You can find out who to buy low, when to sell high, and track the value of your collection ongoing. Sign up using the promo code NOOFFSEASON, all lowercase, to save 20% at marketmoversapp.com. It helps you out, it helps me out, and I really appreciate it. Everybody, I'm Paul Hickey with NoOffSeason.com. I'm happy collecting. I want you to be too. There is no off season in the hobby. Thanks for watching and have a great day.